the end of the session, you may be invited to unmute your mic to pose your question to the presenter.
Okay, I'll start with the presentation, Suzuka.
It's earlier than the allocated time, but if you want to start, yes, please.
Okay, I think we can wait one more minute since it'll be 4:15 by then. Okay.
So everyone, please allow me to introduce Ms. Camille, who will be presenting on the METI EdTech project. So, Ms. Camille, the room is yours.
Okay. Hi everyone. I hope my audio is clear on your end. So good afternoon. My name is Camille Loyola, and I am here as a presenter for English Central. So today I'll be presenting about the METI EdTech project called An Observation of a Learner's Engagement and Motivation. So basically, in this presentation, we wanted to share with you the before and after of schools using an EdTech tool called English Central. So let's proceed. So what is the METI EdTech project and how it came about? Here, so METI, or Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, is the Ministry of Government of Japan. Of course, some of you or most of you know this already, have started the learning program using EdTech, or educational technology, to achieve future classrooms designed to proactive learning. So as computers are now being provided for all students in compulsory education, the ministry is cooperating with the private sector to provide support and advice to local governments and schools that are developing digital learning environments. This includes, of course, ICT, or Information and Communication Technology, of course, which is absolutely necessary or an important part of daily lives right now, including in schools. So schools are looking for educational softwares to better utilize ICT that will get their students to be more engaged in learning or improve their level of education. So in this learning program by METI, various software IT companies applied for this, including, of course, English Central, the one I'm currently representing. So I am not aware on how many of you are familiar with English Central. So I'd like to give you like a preview or summary of it. So what is English Central? So English Central is an interactive online learning tool that provides listening, vocabulary, and speaking practice with over 15,000 authentic videos. An adopted online English language conversation platform, changing the way, which we believe, changing the way students and professionals in learning and speaking the English language. It delivers an interactive and video-based language learning experiences for both self-study and one-on-one tutoring, providing a platform for practicing and mastering the English conversation online. Then there are four main features in English Central. So here, you'll see here are examples here. I provided a video so it'd be easier for you to understand what the feature is about. So first is watch.
And that will be the greatest feeling in the world. Thank you for this moment.
Okay, so first is watch. A user can watch different kinds of video recommended based on their level and interests. Users can select and learn any words that they don't know as based on what you saw in that video. The next is learn. In learn,
Thank you for this moment.
so based on the words that the user selected in the video as they watch on the previous video I showed, they'll be able to learn them by filling in the blanks while interacting with the video line itself. The next feature is speak.
Thank you for this moment.
Thank you for this moment.
So other than selecting the words, the user can speak them in context of the video they have watched and learned, getting instant feedback on your pronunciation and fluency as shown in the video there. The next, this feature is what we call Go Live. It's a one-on-one tutoring with a professional tutor that the users can access online.
Can you tell me what the video is about?
It's about how Taylor Swift felt about winning an award.
Can you make a sentence using thank you?
Thank you for your time.
Great job!
So other than the four main features I showed you, there are more that can help engage and motivate the users to learn and then further enhance their skills and knowledge in reading and speaking the English language. So first, oh, sorry. So the next is quiz, like this. So this feature would help build further a user's vocabulary, which is also based on their level, or they can select whichever vocabulary list they feel they're comfortable with or they feel that they should need to learn. So the vocabulary words that users can study are from different kinds.
And that's not such a terrible thing.
Different kinds like NGSL and TOEIC.
Now it's time to make kids laugh.
Next is the comprehensive questions. Here,
I broke a bone more than once and was treated by an orthopedic surgeon. That experience sparked my interest in sports medicine, and I decided to become an orthopedic surgeon myself.
okay, so comprehensive questions or CQ provides questions about how well they comprehended the video after just watching it. Our content team at English Central helped formulate these questions based on the context of the videos. Next is the My Class. I think some of you may be familiar with this already, for those that have already started using English Central. So this
What kind of chips do you think we should get?
So, what do we need to get for the party tonight?
So this would help to keep proper track of the students' progress done in class on how many videos they've watched, words learned, and lines spoken. And of course, they can set their date range depending if they want to see their past progress up until the present. Last is reports. Mainly this report is for the teacher. This is where it will help teachers in keeping track of the progress of the students. Like I said, it can also backtrack past and present progress of the students. It would automatically show all the activities done or completed by the students. So you have different kinds of reports here. So with all these features and extensive library of video lessons, including proprietary IntelliSpeech speech assessment technology and pre-built course modules, it can, we believe, guarantee results for users or learners to have English as a second language. So I've already provided a summary or introduction of what this presentation is about. Let us now proceed with the observation of the project. So we're starting off with the project's conditions of statistics. Okay, so as English Central participated in the METI's program, it catered to about 11 schools. Both junior and high school students participated. About 1,414 students answered the questions, but there were more than almost 3,000 were we've been giving out the questionnaires. Okay, so each school at least have one English class a day or once a week for 1 hour in the English class. There were about 83 students that use English Central more than 1 hour per week. And the project lasted for about 8 months, from August 2021 to March 2022. So other than using English Central at school, they also set it, the teachers also set them as a homework. So other than the 1 hour or once a week period that they were using it in class, there were definitely more. So here, they took the questionnaires before and after using English Central to all 11 schools. But for the data that we're going to present here in the project, it will be from the students who use English Central for at least 1 hour per week. So, and of course, most of the students, while they're using English Central, they prefer this features. For example, the online lesson and then watching videos related to movies. So what were the questionnaires and the answers of the students and teachers based on what we observed or what they need for this project? So before the actual usage of English Central, we provided them a questionnaire for the students and teachers to get a better understanding. And here are those questions. Okay, so for the students here, you'll see the first question was, do you like English? 53.5% of students are not interested. They find it difficult to understand, not interesting or fun enough. With this, they would need motivation to like studying and using the English language, of course. So we, with the features that we have in English Central, we hope that it will help them with that. Then the second question, are you interested in the content of the English classes at your school? The answer was 36.2% of the students are interested in the content of English classes. But with this, they would need a tool that can take their interest and with a help of a step-by-step learning process. And then third, do you have opportunities to speak English outside of school? So 76.7% think that they do not have a lot of opportunities to speak English. So with this, many students don't have the opportunity to speak English. Otherwise, they won't study English. That's where their reasoning came about. So, oh, sorry. So here on the other side is for the teachers. So we ask them on the things they think or believe that can help their students and in managing their classes. So here, the teachers need the individualized and optimized learning. So they would need to provide learning opportunities for each English level depending on their students. And then they would want each student to develop their own learning, starting from what is covered in the textbook and then in the class. And next is they want to improve the motivation of learning and using English. They want the students to like the English language and develop a habit of self-study. So other than that, they want the students to realize the joy of speaking and using English and use it in the future or actual scenarios or situations. Then finally, reducing a teacher's workload. So they want to provide efficient lessons linked to the classes and textbooks. So with that, they want as much as possible everything to be automated or automatic calculation or automatic gathering of data. Okay, now let's proceed to so after the students and teachers answered the questionnaire, we also tried to get more details from them to get a better understanding of their current situation and needs. Once we were able to determine them, we gave them a walkthrough of our website or app and then helped them set up what they need for their classes. So as the students use English Central for an hour on a weekly basis in the span of 8 months, and even set by teachers as homework for them, we were able to get feedback and input, including from the teachers also on how they monitor the progress of the students. So here are the comments and impressions of the students and teachers. So here for the students, so they feel that there's motivation to like studying English. Here are some of their sample quotes. I found out that it doesn't have to be perfect English. I am happy if I can just convey a simple message. And then other one is that I was scared of using the one-on-one lesson or the go live at first, but once they tried it, the teacher or the tutor that they were conversing with was kind enough and it made it fun. So with that, they were motivated or excited to take another lesson. Next is the step-by-step or effective learning. So the feedback was that when I listen to English on TV, I can now somewhat understand what is being said. And the next, raise interest of learning the English language. I enjoy being able to choose my own videos. So with English Central, there were a lot of contents or context to choose from. And lastly, the opportunity to speak English. There are videos for pronunciation practice, and they like being able to talk to the PC because they feel less shy instead of immediately conversing with another person that is perhaps a native speaker. Then next, okay. So for the teachers, the feedback that we got is that they like the linkage from class content to individually optimized learning. So it allows the students to learn not only the content of the textbook, but also develop it. It is also to link with the classes. So we cater to like the content of their textbooks. We sort of incorporated and, for example, customized courses or videos for them. Then that's where it becomes more interactive, just not just by reading it. And then improvement in motivation to learn. So the students can earn points as they progress in their studies and then compete in rankings to motivate themselves. So we have the user interface in the class page that they will see, oh, the top mark for this week is this person, or that, well, this is the points that I gained so far, so I feel motivated to gain more because I accomplished a lot for this week. So yeah, so many students are learning in the gaps without compulsion, watching English Central instead of YouTube. Okay, so of course, next is the reduced workload. So from the teachers' feedback, they feel that it does reduce the burden, and they would like to teach the other teachers how to use it as well. And lastly, for others, it's the communication will be created with students about which videos they have learned in Go Live. So other than watching the video, the students or the user can converse with the tutor and discuss what the video is about so that they can practice more. But with that, so based on the comments and the impressions of the students and teachers, we were able to analyze the effects of using an EdTech tool, English Central. So here it provides opportunities through video to make learning English easier. Sorry. First, 61% want to study English by videos, giving them the motivation to love and become familiar with English. Next, the step-by-step learning. 86.7% of the students felt that using English Central helped them to speak better. And the video study and speaking output at the end was sort of the one thing that they liked about it. So next is providing detailed level learning to achieve optimized learning. So 91.4% of the students were able to use English Central at their own level, providing detailed learning to achieve, to provide, so users can select the level that they are currently at or the level they want to move up to. Okay. Next is they feel good about English and it improved their motivation. So 85.2% of students feel they're good at English by using English Central, and they feel that their listening improved. And lastly, reducing workload by simplifying the tool. So teachers felt that it reduced the word load, and then it's easier to assign the videos, use of video to study text instead of creating teaching materials, and easily manage the detailed student progress. So these were the factors that we tried to summarize that we found after analyzing them. So due to the extensive videos of all levels of interest, appropriate assessment, ease of learning, extensive opportunities in videos and online conversation, and videos come with teaching materials. We believe this is the factors that help the teachers and students like English Central. So in conclusion, so utilize ICT with a software that accommodates the needs of students that can help them with their learning process. English Central has helped students to become more interested in English and less reluctant to speak English. It is a tool that can increase students' English proficiency on what we believe, and then interest in English and motivation, and provide effective learning. So there were 11 schools that participated in this project. And when the project ended, we still have 7 schools that are still using English Central. So that's the end of the presentation, and thank you for your time listening. And I hope this presentation will be useful and insightful for you, and especially to help with their learning of the English language for the students. And please know that we're continuing to improve and create more features that will help students and teachers. We can now move on to the Q&A. If any of you have questions regarding this presentation. Yes, Sean. Yes.
Thank you for your presentation. I was wondering, so maybe I didn't catch it in the beginning, but is this mostly for the younger students, or is this also, do you also market to university students as well?
Oh, yes, we market it also for university students, even companies also that would like their employees to be more fluent or be more engaging using the English language also.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I get a lot of freshman university students straight out of high school, and I feel that their background is mostly just full of grammar, teaching individual single words. And I really do like the example sentence format. That's the way I study Japanese. I learned through sentences rather than individual words. And so I think that's a great system. I don't know if you explain how, so I know it's kind of like it has it's like a glossary of many of these 15,000 videos. But how do they teach? How does the course actually look like? Like, is it kind of like an SRS system where it's like, they get 5 vocabulary words a day, and then if they get it right, then it repeats? Or could you kind of give me an idea of how how it's taught to the students in the classes?
Yep. So
I'm sorry if you've already explained this.
No worries. So let me share, for example, one of these videos, for example.
I broke a bone more than once and was...
So for example, this teacher have this variety of videos that they'd like the students to study, which is like this one. So what they'll see is that while they're in the class, like this one. So, oh, sorry. Oh.
What kind of chips?
So what do we need?
So here, once a student is enrolled in a class, they will see something like this. Here, you'll notice that there are various videos or courses that the teacher would assign. And then when they access, for example, the thumbnail, they will
What kind of chips do you...
in a step-by-step process like this one: watch, learn, and speak. And then once they're done, sorry about that, guys. They can move on to the next video or the next activity in the course. There's a step-by-step process here, so it won't confuse the student on how to move forward and how to check their progress as well.
Okay, so I understand it is the teacher assigns, they choose, okay, I want my students to learn these vocabulary words, and then the students go onto the site and then they learn those particular vocabulary words that the teacher has assigned.
Yes, and
okay.
So let me step in. I'm Matsu from English Central. Hi, Sean. Thanks for the question.
Hello.
Hi. So English Central has 3 ways to acquire vocabulary. one, a teacher can assign a specific video to class, and each video has a locked word called featured words. So for each video, there are like 4 to 5 vocabulary that is suggested words for that video. Students can be set to learn those featured words. And there also students can click the word that they don't know and they can check the meaning. So in that way, students can also learn the word that they didn't know individually. And the third one is that the teacher can choose a list of vocabulary like NGSL or like academic word list. And they can assign to a class, like I want the student to learn 700 words in a year, for example, and then I want them to study 50 words every week. But they are relatively familiar with those vocabulary, so we would, the teacher would start from the rank of 200 words so that the easier words can be skipped. And then students are set to practice those vocabulary week by week. So based on the vocabulary list, or based on the word that they didn't know, or based on the vocabulary that is set for video. So these are the where the vocabulary comes up. Now for the SRS kind of thing, we used to have one, but now we are more towards repeating closely than expecting student to come back to the same words for 5 times, and then the last one will be in the 30 days interval. That's right. That takes a little too long in terms of the school vocabulary acquisition. So we are rather recommending that they repeat the word in more of a repeated manner, like a week by week. So the our system, vocabulary learning system, that is to learn a list of vocabulary, is going to question like 20 fresh words and 80 past the 80 words from the past, so that they are repeatedly learning while they are also acquiring the new words.
Great, thank you for your explanation.
Thank you.
As for any of the listeners in this presentation have further questions, we can continue them in the online booth that we have for English as well.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Camille, and for your presentation today, and thank you all for attending this session. And yes, this session is now closed, so please enjoy the rest of the conference and have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for visiting our booth presentation.